Hey everyone! So you want to get into woodworking? That's awesome. You probably looked online and saw these huge toolkits. They have dozens of tools for a few $100. It seems like a great deal, right? Well, I'm here to tell you to stop. Don't buy those kits. Most of the tools in there are low quality. They will cause you nothing but frustration. You don't need 100 tools to start making cool stuff. You just need a few good ones. This guide will show you how to build a fantastic starter shop for about $1,000. Those big all-in-one kits look tempting. They promise you everything you need in one box. But here is the problem. To keep the price low, the quality of each tool is often very poor. The saws won't cut straight. The drills will have wobbly chucks. The measuring tools will be inaccurate. This leads to crooked projects, lots of wasted wood, and a feeling that you are just bad at woodworking. But it's not you, it's the tools. Bad tools make woodworking a chore instead of a joy. They can even be unsafe. So what's the secret? It's simple. We are going to spend our $1,000 budget wisely. We will buy fewer tools, but each tool will be a quality piece of equipment. Think of it like this. Would you rather have a toolbox full of plastic toys or a few real tools that work perfectly every time? By being selective, you can get reliable, accurate, and safe tools that will last you for years. This approach will help you learn the craft correctly from the very beginning. It will make your woodworking journey fun and rewarding, not frustrating. Your budget is your superpower. It forces you to think about what is truly important. You'll learn to prioritize the tools that make the biggest difference in your projects. We will focus on the heart of the workshop first, and then add the supporting tools. This smart investment means you will be making beautiful and precise projects right away. You won't have to fight with your tools to get good results. Let's get started and see how we can turn that $1,000 into a dream workshop for a mere mortal like you and me. The first and most important tool in your new shop is the table saw. This is where most of your budget will go, and for good reason. I recommend a job site table saw with a rack and pinion fence system. This type of fence is incredibly accurate and easy to adjust. It stays parallel to the blade, which is critical for making straight, repeatable cuts. Don't cheap out here. A good table saw is the foundation of your workshop. It's the tool you will use on almost every single project you build. Why is a good saw so important? Two things matter most: a flat tabletop and a blade that can be set to a perfect 90-degree angle. A flat top ensures your wood is fully supported during a cut, which prevents rocking and inaccurate results. A true 90-degree blade is essential for making square cuts. This is the key to building boxes, frames, and furniture that don't look crooked or wobbly. A cheap saw will have a flimsy fence and a blade that's hard to align, leading to endless frustration and wasted wood. Now let's talk about layout. Accurate machines are useless without accurate marking. You need 3 essential layout tools. First, a good combination square. This lets you check for square, measure short distances, and draw lines that are perfectly 90 or 45 degrees. Second, get a marking knife. Unlike a pencil, a knife cuts the wood fibers to create a super thin, precise line. This gives your saw blade or chisel a perfect place to start. Third, a simple digital caliper is amazing for checking material thickness and setting up cuts precisely. These layout tools are your secret weapon against mistakes. A good combination square ensures your project parts will fit together perfectly. A marking knife prevents your drill bit or saw blade from wandering off the line. A digital caliper helps you fine-tune your table saw fence for a perfect fit. Spending a little bit of money on these 3 tools will save you a lot of money in the long run. You won't waste expensive wood on miscuts. Your projects will come together smoothly without annoying gaps or misalignments. After the table saw, you need a few more workhorses. Let's start with a random orbit sander. This tool will be your best friend for getting a smooth professional finish on your projects. Look for a mid-range model with a 5-inch sanding pad. You don't need the most expensive one, but avoid the cheapest options, as they often vibrate too much and don't collect dust very well. A good sander will make the final steps of your project much faster and more enjoyable than sanding by hand. Next up is a cordless drill and driver. This is another tool you will use all the time. It's for drilling holes and driving screws. I recommend getting a combo kit that includes both a drill and an impact driver, if your budget allows. Look for a brand with an 18-volt or 20-volt battery system. This will give you plenty of power for most woodworking tasks. A good drill feels balanced in your hand and has a chuck that grips bits tightly without wobbling. You also need a few essential hand tools. A good set of starter chisels is a must. You don't need a 20-piece set. 3 or 4 common sizes, like 1/4, 1/2, and 1 inch, will handle most jobs. More importantly, you need a way to keep them sharp. Get a 2-sided sharpening stone, often called a water stone or a diamond plate. A sharp chisel is a safe chisel. It cuts wood fibers cleanly instead of tearing them. A dull chisel is dangerous because you have to use too much force, and that's when accidents happen. Learning to sharpen your chisels is a fundamental woodworking skill. It only takes a few minutes to learn, and it will make a huge difference in your work. Watch a few videos online to see the technique. Remember, safety is key with all these tools. Always read the manuals. Wear safety glasses every time you turn on a machine. A sharp chisel, a reliable drill, and a smooth-running sander are the perfect partners for your table saw. They complete your core set of tools for making almost anything out of wood. You have your tools, but where do you put them? Most of us start in a small garage or a basement corner. The key to a small workshop is mobility. Put your job site table saw on its foldable stand so you can move it around easily. You can also build a small, simple workbench with locking casters. This allows you to rearrange your space depending on the project. You can roll your tools out to the middle of the garage for work, and then tuck them against the wall when you're done. Dust collection is important for your health, and for keeping your space clean. You don't need a giant, expensive system to start. A simple shop vacuum is perfect. Most power tools, including your table saw and sander, have dust ports. You can get adapters that let you connect your shop vac hose directly to your tools. This will capture a huge amount of dust right at the source. It's an affordable and effective way to manage the mess and keep the air in your shop much cleaner. Alright, it's time to make something. A great first project is a simple wooden storage box or a small step stool. This project will use every tool we've discussed. You will use the table saw to cut the pieces to size, checking your cuts with the combination square. You'll use the drill to make pilot holes and drive screws to assemble the box. The chisels can be used to clean up a corner or create a small detail. Finally, you will use your random orbit sander to smooth everything before applying a finish. This first project is more than just a box. It's your training ground. It lets you get comfortable with each tool. You will learn how to measure and mark accurately with your layout tools. You will practice making straight and square cuts on the table saw. You will feel the satisfaction of driving screws perfectly with your drill and getting a silky smooth surface with your sander. By starting with a plan and the right tools, you've set yourself up for success. Now go make some sawdust.